3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the last lesson recorded for you. Again, revision, yes, and the test on my mobile phone. Yes, because it's a modern course. So.
Yeah, it's online this days. Okay, so we continue with Unit 25 for revision before the final test. So inferior.
Inferior, wewnętrzny, inferior, niższy rangą, gorszy. Superior, wyższy rangą.
Superiority complex.
Kompleks niższości. Wyższości. Wyższości, kompleks wyższości.
Inferiority complex.
Kompleks niższości.
Rank,
ranga. Sierżant.
Major,
major.
very good. Do you get superior quality at a low price?
No, I don't get superior quality at a a low price.
You get inferior
quality.
Very good. Which rank in the army is superior to sergeant?
Major is superior to sergeant in the army.
When are you likely to feel a superiority complex?
I'm likely to feel superiority complex when I'm a boss of all bosses.
Yeah, excellent. Does a person who suffers from an inferiority complex usually diminish or exaggerate their achievements?
A person who suffers from inferiority complex usually diminish his achievements.
Excellent. Motion,
ruch.
Motionless,
bezruchomy.
motion sickness,
choroba lokomocyjna.
signal, set something in motion,
Set something in motion, uruchomić coś. Ruch.
Very good. What's motion sickness?
Motion sickness is a sickness while going.
It's a feeling.
It's
It's uncomfortable feeling.
It's uncomfortable feeling when you
Are moving or traveling
when you're traveling
in
a car.
Yeah, in a car.
Vehicle.
No, in a vehicle.
Or on a boat, yes?
Yeah, or in a boat, usually. Usually it's in a car or in the sea on a yacht or in a boat. What makes people seasick when on a boat? It makes people seasick on a boat when a boat is moving. The locking? The rocking motion.
The rocking motion
Of the boat.
Of the boat.
Makes people seasick when on a boat. Okay, what makes people seasick when on a boat? Start directly with the motion. The rocking motion.
The rocking motion make people seasick on a boat.
Okay, when is a murder investigation set in motion?
A modern investigation is set in motion when the body is found.
Yeah, the body of the victim is
So
found.
the victim is found.
Okay. What do you do when you want a receipt in a restaurant?
If I want a receipt in a restaurant, I wave with my hand.
Or you, which new word?
Yes, I signal.
Excellent.
I signal it.
You signal the word eater. Very good. You motion to the waiter or you signal waiter. Establish.
Establish.
Yeah, establish, sorry. To establish something.
To establish, utworzyć,
Mhm.
założyć.
Established.
Establish, założony.
Or ustalony. Yeah.
Ustalony.
Establishment.
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 Przedsiębiorstwo? No.
Mhm.
Jest? Przedsiębiorstwo.
Mine.
Mm,
Mine. Something that belongs to me. Mine.
Mine, mój. No.
Kopalnia.
A mine, kopalnia.
Oh.
Mine, kopalnia.
Oh, mine as in, sorry. Mine as in the mine. Exactly. Mine mój. Sorry. Mine. When was the European Union established? When was the European Union established?
The European Union was established in 1952.
Very good. Which is one of the oldest business in the world?
One of the oldest businesses in the world is businesses is Wieliczka founded, established.
It's Wieliczka
Wieliczka salt mine.
Excellent.
Established.
And yeah.
2024.
44.
44.
Yeah, that's so. What? Okay, very good. Give me an example of a well-established company with a good reputation in Poland. Which one?
Yes.
Say any.
No.
Well-established company with a good reputation.
Well-established company with a good reputation is, for example, PKO.
PKO. Okay. Okay. Shrink. Shrink. Shrunk. Shrunk.
Shrink, kurczyć się.
Shrinkage.
Shrinkage, kurczenie się.
Okay, do some clothes shrink when you wash them?
Yes, some clothes shrink when I wash them.
Okay, very good. Predict.
Predict, przepowiadać.
Prediction.
Prediction, przepowiednia.
Fulfill.
Fulfill, spełniać.
The scientists try to learn how to predict natural disasters. The scientists try to learn how to predict natural disasters.
Yes, scientists try to predict how to predict natural.
To learn.
They learn.
Try to learn.
Try to learn to
How?
predict how to predict natural disasters.
Very good. What do they carry out before an election to predict the results? What do they carry out before an election to predict the results?
They carry out surveys to predict the results of an election.
Very good. Do you feel fulfilled in your job? Do you feel fulfilled in your job?
Yes, I feel fulfilled in my job.
Gamble.
Gamble. Hazard.
To gamble. Yeah, probably.
Hazard. Uprawiać hazard.
Okay, gambling.
Gambling. Uprawiać hazard.
No.
Gambling.
Uprawiać hazard is to gamble. Gambling.
Hazard.
Very good. Payoff.
Payoff. Odpłacać.
What's the capital of gambling?
The capital of gambling is Las Vegas.
What do people try to do when they gamble? What do people try to do when they gamble?
People try to predict the results
Of the game.
of a game when they gamble.
Excellent. Okay, very good. Does gambling on the stock exchange ever pay off? Does gambling on the stock exchange ever pay off?
Yes, gambling at the stock exchange ever pays off.
Yeah, it pays off. Just pays off. You don't
Pays
have
off.
to add ever. Okay. Okay. Establishment. Ask me a question with establishment.
Are there any well-known establishments in your country?
Yes, many not many, some well-known establishments in the country, especially one called Braligua. It's like it's a beverage, like industry, factory, yeah. They make beers, yeah, all beverages, non-alcoholic and alcoholic. So let me see. One last question of inferiority complex.
Do people who don't speak English feel inferiority complex?
Have an inferiority complex.
Have an inferiority complex when they travel
To Poland.
to Poland?
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
If you are a tourist and you travel to a country where you do not know the language, you can't communicate, I guess you might feel an inferiority complex, which would be okay. Yeah, probably. So, Unit 26, exact. Exact.
Exact, dokładny.
Accurate.
Accurate, dokładny.
Precise.
Precise, dokładny.
Precisely.
Precisely, dokładnie.
What's the exact time right now?
Exact time right now is 12:30.
Okay. Is your watch accurate?
Yes, my watch. No, my watch isn't accurate.
Do some twins look precisely the same?
Yes, some twins look precisely the same.
Molecule.
Molecule, cząsteczka.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen, woda.
Combine.
Combine, łączyć.
What does hydrogen combine with to form water?
Hydrogen is combined with oxygen to combine
To form.
water.
Excellent. What does a molecule of water consist of?
A molecule of water consists of two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of
Two atoms.
two atoms of hydrogen and
One
an atom of oxygen.
Very good. Reserve.
Rezerwować.
Make a reservation.
Make a reservation, rezerwować.
All rights reserved.
All rights reserved. Wszelkie prawa zabronione.
In advance.
In advance. Z góry.
Yeah. All rights reserved means that the owner of the book or the film have the only authority to publish it. Okay, what things do we usually have to reserve in advance?
We have to reserve in advance, for example, hotel room.
Okay, hotel rooms. Yeah, sure. What do the words all rights reserved mean? What do the words all rights reserved mean?
All rights reserved mean the all rights. All
Is that the owner
the owner of a book
or
film
film
have the right to publish it.
is the only one
That's the only one who
with the
have
authority?
with the authority to publish it.
Very good. Novelty.
Novelty, nowość.
Whereof.
Whereof zużyty,
Minąć.
Minąć, mijać, zetrzeć się.
Okay, give me an example of something which was still a novelty in the first part of the 20th century. Give me an example of something which was still a novelty in the first part of the 20th century.
I think a car was still a novelty at the beginning of the 20th century.
Yeah. Decimal.
Decimal, dziesiętny.
Dozen.
Dozen, dozen, tuzin.
How much is a dozen?
A dozen is 12.
What's this? Okay. Conscious.
Conscious, świadomy.
Clear conscious.
Clear conscious.
She said it. She says też sumienie.
Czyste sumienie.
Guilty conscious.
Guilty conscious, nieczyste, brudne, nie wiem. Poczucie winy.
Very good. What's are you guided by your conscious? Are you guided by your conscience?
I think I'm guided by my conscience.
Yeah. Why do some criminals decide to confess? Why do some criminals decide to confess?
Some criminals decide to confess because of
In order to have.
to have clear conscience.
Very good. Do you have a guilty conscience if you have done nothing wrong? Do you have a guilty conscience when you have done nothing wrong?
No, I don't have a guilty conscience if I haven't done something wrong.
Detach.
Detach, oddzielić.
Hood.
Hood, kaptur.
Zip. Zipa.
Zamek błyskawiczny.
Velcro.
Velcro, rzep.
What's the opposite of attach? What's the opposite of attach?
The opposite of
Attach.
attach is detach.
What do we use to attach the hood to a jacket?
We use a zipper or Velcro to attach a hood to a jacket.
Okay, very good. So ask me a question with make a reservation.
Make a reservation. Yes. Is it always necessary to make a reservation if you want to book, if you want to have a hotel room?
Yes, it's always necessary to make a reservation if you want a hotel room. Yeah. In advance. Okay, can you use accurate?
Accurate. Are your questions always accurate?
Yes, my questions are always accurate.
These are from the book, yes.
Detached.
Detach.
In houses.
Detach house.
House.
Dom. Detach. Detach jednorodzinny.
Detached. Detached.
Detached. Szeregowiec.
Dom wolnostojący.
A nie, dom jednorodzinny, wolnostojący. Okej, jest.
Semi-detached.
Semi-detached, bliźniak.
Terraced.
Terraced, szeregowiec.
Cottage.
Cottage, domek wiejski.
Residence.
Residence, rezydencja.
Thatched.
Thatched, pokryty strzechą. Jest
Something that
kryty strzechą.
Skyscraper.
Skyscraper, drapacz chmur.
In which type of house does the family get the most privacy?
The most privacy family gets in.
No, a family gets the most privacy.
Family gets the most privacy in a detached house.
Okay, how many bedrooms do you think a house needs to be considered a residence?
I think a house needs to have 20 bedrooms to be considered.
At least 20 bedrooms.
Bedrooms to
Be considered.
be considered as a residence.
Okay, here they say 6. But I also think it must be more than that. What's the roof of a thatched cottage covered with? What's the roof of a thatched cottage covered with? The roof.
A roof of a thatched cottage is covered with straw. Okay.
Adjust.
Adjust, dopasowywać.
Adjustable.
Adjustable, regulowany.
Adapt.
Adapt, dostosowany.
Okay, adjust and adapt are similar in meaning, but we usually use adjust when we think of a temporary change and adapt when we mean for a permanent one. For example, I adapted to my life here in Poland because it wasn't just temporarily, it was more, even though it's like 3 years or 4 or 5, it's still a lot. And adjust, it's a temporary change. So have human beings adapted well to living in almost any conditions? have human beings adapted well to living in almost any conditions?
Yes, human beings have adapted to almost every
Adapted.
human beings have adapted to almost every conditions
To living
to almost every conditions.
in almost every condition.
In almost every conditions.
Is the height of a bicycle seat adjustable? Is the height of a bicycle seat adjustable?
Yes, the height of a bicycle seat is adjustable.
Very good. Accordingly.
Accordingly, zgodnie.
Okay. Is the price of grain, if the price of grain grew by 10%, would you expect the price of flour to rise accordingly?
Yes, if the price of
Grain
grew about
by
10%,
I would expect
I would expect
the
that the
price.
price of flour would grow accordingly.
Excellent. Bind, bound.
Bind, wiązać, łączyć.
Okay, bind to something, to do something, or bind to somebody.
Bind to somebody związany z czymś, z kimś.
Unite.
Unite, zjednoczony.
Censor.
Cenzurować.
It's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen, na pewno się wydarzy.
What kind of things bind people together? What kind of things bind people together?
The same religion bind people together.
Okay, religion.
Party.
Parties. Common interest and experiences.
Common interest. Okay.
In general. Okay. Others you can understand. Flow.
Flow.
To flow.
Flow.
To flow. To flow as a verb. To flow.
Płynąć?
Płynąć.
Płynąć. Płynąć. Flow, yes. Flow, płynąć.
Cash flow.
Cash flow, przepływ gotówki.
Roadworks.
Roadworks, prace drogowe.
Which sea does the Nile flow into? Which sea does the Nile flow into?
Nile flows into Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah, very good. What can interrupt the flow of traffic in a city?
Many cars can interrupt. Many cars in the street.
No. Something we just saw. What can interrupt the flow of traffic in a city? What can interrupt the flow of traffic? An accident?
An accident.
And the new word.
Roadworks can interrupt the flow of traffic in the city. Okay, one moment.
Dance. Oh, sorry.
Dzień dobry, witam. dziś jest pewnie kontekst, żeby będzie zrozumieć emocje, to jest to samo. To nic więcej nie jestem w stanie zrobić. Natomiast to tam nie akurat ja tak szybko postawić później, ale nie odpowiednio programu i dane logowanie też czasami to się nabija, to się na nie, można by prosił do widzenia. Okay. Cut. Dance.
Okay. Dance.
Dance tańczyć.
Dancely.
A, dance, takie dance. Dance gęsty.
Gęsty, okay. Dancely.
Densely. Gęsto.
Populated.
Populated, zaludnienie.
Urban.
Urban, miejski.
Rural.
Rural.
Urban and rural.
Rural, wiejski.
Is water denser than air? Is water denser than air?
Yes, water is denser than air.
How can urban life affect our health? How can urban life affect our health?
Urban life can affect our life in the way that the air is more polluted, water is contaminated,
Yeah.
and we have health problems.
Okay, that's very good. So you asked me a question with populated.
Is Africa densely populated?
Africa, like, can you be precise on the country? The continent?
The continent,
It's
yes.
such a big context. It's like saying, is Europe densely populated? No. You can say, is Rwanda densely
Is Rwanda densely populated?
Definitely.
Yes,
Rwanda
yes.
is densely populated. Especially, we are a very small country to begin with. Like 2,066 kilometers square. It's not very big. Yeah. And about 12 million to about 14 million population. So
Okay.
we are densely populated. Okay, another question. Detached. Like a detached house.
Do you live in Rwanda in a detached house or cottage?
I don't live in a cottage. Yeah, it is a detached house.
Detached house.
Yeah.
A house apartment.
House.
House apartment.
Mm?
It's a block of flats.
You
House
mean?
apartment.
No, it's not a house. It's
House.
no, it's like a normal house.
Okay.
Apartments are now very common in London. Like people have their own houses.
So that's
Or apartments are just something new. Like now there's like luxury apartments, things like that. Yeah. Normally it's not like a common thing.
that's why you are densely
Yeah, probably.
populated.
One of the reasons. Okay, so unit 28, lean. To lean on, to lean, leaned. So to lean.
A lean opierać się.
Leaning. Leaning.
Leaning pochylony.
Lean on.
Lean on. Polegać na.
Okay. Angle.
Angle, kąt.
Okay. A passenger's allowed to lean out of a window on a train. A passenger's allowed to lean out of a window on a train.
No passengers aren't allowed to lean
Out.
on a
Out of a window.
out of the window. Okay.
On a train.
On a train. On a train.
What's a right angle?
Right angle is 90 degrees.
Cos.
Cause przeklinać.
To car. Okay. To cars. To cars. A cos.
A cause przekleństwo.
Okay. To swear.
Swear, przysięgać.
Okay, swear, sworn.
Swear, sworn.
Oath.
Oath, przysięga.
Are the words curse and swear similar in meaning? Are the words curse and swear similar in meaning?
Yes, the words curse and sworn are... Swear are similar in meaning.
Are witnesses in court required to swear an oath?
Yes, witnesses in court are required to swear an oath.
Very good. Inner.
Inner wewnętrzny.
Outer.
Outer zewnętrzny.
Layer.
Layer warstwa.
Pastry.
Pastry ciasto.
Apple pie.
Apple pie jabłecznik.
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
What does the inner layer of an apple pie consist of? What does an inner layer of an apple pie consist of?
The inner layer of an apple pie consists of a baked apple.
Baked apples.
Apples. Yes.
How many layers of clothing do you wear in winter?
I wear 3 layers of clothing in winter.
A shawl.
A shawl, upewniać się.
In shawl.
In shawl, zapewniać. Moment.
No. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
In shawl.
And a shawl, zapewniać.
In shawl.
In shawl, upewniać.
Huge.
Huge, ogromny.
Very good. There's a fastened seat belt. In shawl, your safety in case of a crash. There's a fastened seat belt. In shawl, your safety in the case of a crash.
In general, the
fasten
seat belts in a car ensure my safety in case of an accident.
What do doctors assure patients of before an operation? What do doctors assure patients of before an operation?
Doctors ensure patients. Assure patients before an operation that everything will be alright. No?
That they'll do their best.
They do the best. Okay.
They'll do their best. Okay. Rail.
Rail. Rail, poręcz.
Railing.
Railing, poręcz.
Handrail.
Handrail, poręcz. Ręczny.
Banister.
Banister, amerykańska poręcz.
Chain.
Chain, łańcuch. To chain, a przymocować łańcuchem.
Where do you find railings?
I find railings
around.
These railings are around parks and buildings.
Parks. On ships.
On ships.
Or in
the mountains. Okay.
Very good. Near steep slopes. Why do people chain their bikes to park railings?
People chain their bikes to park railings
so that they don't get stolen.
They don't get stolen.
Okay. Did you used to slide down the banister when you were a child?
Yes, I used to slide down the banister when I was a child.
Track.
Train station. Track, torn.
Platform.
Peron. Compartment, przedział.
Carriage,
wagon.
Announce,
ogłaszać.
Do you prefer smoking or non-smoking compartment?
I prefer non-smoking compartment.
Where do you get on and off a train? At a railway station.
I get on and on a train at a platform. On a platform. At the railway station.
Very good. Ask me a question with, let's see, huge.
Are there huge stations in Uganda?
Uganda?
Are there huge railway stations?
I've never been to Uganda. No, there are no
Yeah.
huge. And though I know, there are no huge train stations.
Okay.
So compartment though?
Are there smoking compartments on the train?
No, there aren't. Let's see. Okay, pastry.
Pastry would. No. Okay. What does pastry of cheesecake consist of?
Pastry of cheesecake, definitely water, flour, cheese, yeah, and sugar. So 29. Estimate. To estimate.
To estimate, określać.
Estimate.
Ocena, estimate.
An estimate. Estimation.
Estimation, ocenianie.
Go up and down in somebody's estimation.
Go up and down somebody's estimation. Zyskiwać, tracić w czyichś oczach.
Is it easy to estimate the future values of shares? Is it easy to estimate the future value of shares?
Well, for me, it's not easy to estimate the future value of shares.
Okay. What does a person have to do to go down in your estimation? What does a person have to do to go down in your estimation?
The person have to. The person has to
Disrespect you, I don't know. Disrespect you, to let you down.
Let me down to go. To let me down to go
Go
down in my estimation.
Very good. A permit. No, sorry, to permit. To permit. To permit. To allow somebody to do something. To permit. Permit. To permit somebody to do something. Pozwolić.
Permit.
Pozwolić.
Permit.
No, to permit.
Okay.
A verb.
Okay. To permit. Pozwalać.
Lać or licz. Okay. Pozwolić. So, a permit. A permit.
A permit. Pozwolenie.
Excellent. What permits you to access files on your computer? What permits you to access files on your computer?
A password permits me to access files on my computer.
Do you need a permit to park your car in a place for the disabled? Do you need a permit to park your car in a place for the disabled?
Yes, I need a permit to park a car
in a place
for disabled.
For the disabled, okay. Seize. To seize.
To seize, chwytać.
Basically take something by force. Grasp.
Grasp, chwytać.
Grab.
Grab, chwytać.
Grip.
Grip, chwyt.
Extend.
Extend, stopping. Do bold tires ensure a firm grip in slippery conditions? Do bold tires ensure a firm grip in slippery conditions? No, bold tires don't ensure a firm grip in slippery conditions.
Yeah, firm grip. The dogs sometimes grab food and run away. The dogs sometimes grab food and run away.
Yes, dogs sometimes grab food and run away.
What do the expression seize the day mean? What do you think the expression seize the day means?
Seize the day means that you...
Means you have to...
that you...
enjoy the moment, live in the moment, and not worry much about the future.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what does the expression seize the day mean?
Seize the day means that you live the moment
You live in the moment.
and take the best of the day.
Okay, probably. So,
Y,
so,
y,
To sow.
nie szy,
yeah,
siać.
sure.
Siać.
Scatter,
Scattered.
to scatter basically.
Zrzucać.
Mhm.
Scattered, zrzucony.
Sow the seeds of doubt. Sow the seeds of doubt.
Sow the seeds of doubt, zasieć ziarno pewności.
Okay. Are stars scattered all over the sky?
Yes, stars are scattered all over the sky.
How can you sow the seeds of doubt in someone?
I can sow the seeds of doubt of someone by saying, are you sure, constantly.
Okay, accompany. Accompany.
Accompany, towarzyszyć.
Do some dishes taste better if accompanied by wine? Do some dish taste better if accompanied by wine?
Yes, some dishes taste better when they are accompanied by wine.
By wine. Very good. Grant. A grant and to grant, both.
Grant.
A grant and to grant.
Dotacja.
To grant.
Dawać dotację.
Reward.
Reward, nagroda.
To reward.
Reward, nagradzać.
Aid.
Aid, pomoc.
First aid kit.
First aid kit.
After.
Teczka pierwszej pomocy.
Equipment.
Equipment, wyposażenie.
Fire extinguisher.
Fire extinguisher, gaśnica.
Take it for granted.
Take it for granted, wziąć za pewnik.
So, okay. So a grant is the money we receive from the government or an organization for a particular purpose. And we receive a reward for something good we have done. What's the difference between a grant and a reward?
Okay.
So what's the difference between a grant and a reward?
A grant is money that
We receive.
we receive from a government or an organization and
For
for
particular purpose.
particular purpose, and reward is for something what we have done well.
Very good. What kind of things do children take for granted? What kind of things do children take for granted?
Children take for granted that their parents will be always with them.
Will always be on. Okay, will always be on. Very good. Give me an example of an essential piece of equipment in a vehicle.
An essential piece of an equipment in a vehicle is fire extinguisher, first aid kit,
No, you said is, so I can say one.
fire extinguisher.
Okay, very good. So ask me a question with grab.
Grab. And do you grab this book after the lesson and go home?
No, I don't grab this book and go home after the lesson. It stays here. Okay, a permit. A permit.
Permit. Do you need a work permit to work in Poland?
No, I don't need a work permit to work in Poland. The visa allows me to work in Poland. So, emergency. Emergency, new word, unit 30.
Emergency, nagła sytuacja.
Okay, circle.
Circle,
Okay, to
zakreślać.
circle and the circle, both a noun and the verb.
Okrąg, zakreślić.
Very good. Fuel.
Fuel, paliwo.
Okay. Why mustn't an emergency exit be bold? Why mustn't an emergency exit be bold?
An emergency exit can't be bought because
We never know
we never know when
When
an
an
emergency situation
may arise.
may arise. Okay.
Why does an airplane cycle the airport before an emergency landing? Why does an airplane cycle the airport before an emergency landing?
An airplane circles airport before landing to
Before an
emergency landing to burn
up
up
excess.
fuel.
Very good. Okay, sewer.
Sewer,
Sewer.
ścieki,
Yeah, both are shaky. Sewage.
a tu kanał ścieki.
They're both the same though.
Sewage, ścieki.
Dispose of.
Dispose of, pozbyć się.
Rodent.
Rodent, gryzon.
What's a sewer system? What's a sewer system?
A sewer system is a system of pipes
Running
under the earth,
running underground.
to
To dispose of
sewage
from.
from households.
Very good. Contaminate.
Contaminate, zanieczyszczać.
Contamination.
Contamination, zanieczyszczenie.
Radioactive.
Radioactive, radioaktywny.
Fallout.
Fallout, opad.
Filter.
Filter, filtrować.
What kind of filters can security software provide us with? What kind of filters can security software provide us with?
Security software provides us with spam filters.
Very good. What can cause water contamination in the natural environment? What can cause water contamination in the natural environment? Acid rain.
Acid rain can cause water contamination in natural world. No. Environment. In the natural environment.
Okay. What do we have to filter? Why do we have to filter drinking water? Why do we have to filter drinking water?
We have to filter drinking water to dispose of contamination.
To remove.
To remove contamination.
Obtain.
Obtain, przestrzegać.
Acquire.
Acquire, nabywać.
Field. Yeah, like a field of science, a field of economy.
Dziedzina.
So, what are the synonyms of the word obtain and acquire? What are the synonyms of the words obtain and acquire?
Synonyms of acquire
and obtain
is
are
get, learn,
gain.
Very
good. What do you often need to obtain to be able to work in another country?
You often need to
obtain
a work permit to work in a different country.
Why do people okay then. What has Silvio Berlusconi, what's his name? Acquired? What has Silvio acquired his bad reputation for?
Silvio Berlusconi acquired his bad reputation
for
and what's in the book? For
cheating on his wife and numerous love affairs.
Yes, numerous love affairs and cheating on wife. Okay.
So harmful.
Harmful, szkodliwy.
Harmless.
Harmless, nieszkodliwy.
X-ray.
X-ray, rentgen.
Is having an X-ray completely harmless?
No, having an X-ray isn't completely harmless.
What do you think are the most harmful habits? What do you think are the most harmful habits?
The most harmful habits is, for example, drinking, smoking.
Parasite.
Parasite, pasożyt.
Predator.
Predator-drapieżnik.
Worm. Worm. Robot.
Worm robot.
What's a parasite?
Parasite is an animal.
Feeds.
Feeds on another animal.
Lives in, okay. Feeds on its host. What's the difference between how can a person get infected with how can a person get infected with parasite?
A person can get infected with a parasite by drinking contaminated water.
Very good. Which examples of large predators? Give me examples of large predators which belong to the cat family.
Large predators
Which
belong to cat family are cheetah, lion, tiger,
very
puma.
bad. Very good. Voluntary.
Dobrowolnie, ochotniczo. Wolontariusz.
Terminally ill.
Śmiertelnie chory. Participate, uczestniczyć.
Give me an example of a voluntary organization.
A voluntary organization is
Start with the organization.
PCK is a voluntary organization.
Have you ever worked as a volunteer?
Yes, I ever worked as a volunteer.
I've worked
as a volunteer.
Would you no? Who do you think would be more willing to participate in a medical research? Terminally ill patient or healthy person? Who do you think would be more willing to participate in a medical research? Terminally ill patient or a healthy person?
Terminally ill patient would
be more willing
to participate in a medical research
than
a healthy person.
Very good. Fed up with
być znudzonym.
Entire
Cały.
Lecture.
Lektor. Wykład. Lecturer, wykładowca.
Okay. What kind of look do students usually have on their faces when the lecturer or the lecturer is boring? What kind of look do students usually have on their faces when the lecturer or the lecturer is boring?
A student has fed up face when the lecturer is boring.
Okay, very good. So ask me a question with parasite.
Do you know any parasites by name?
Do I know any parasites by name? Yes, trichomonas or something. They usually causes some stomach aches. Yeah, that diarrhea, know that. Another one. Can you ask me a question with? Let's see. On it. I have one in mind. You say obtain.
Obtain. What do you have to obtain to come to Poland?
Yeah, you have to obtain a visa to come to Poland.
Only?
Yeah, a Schengen visa.
Yes.
Only. That's all.
Okay, and now we have a test.
Now you have a test online.
I think it will be boring to have it recorded, but let's try to start. Yeah, it's also mobile phone. Okay, so thank you very much, and you're welcome to the school.
Yeah.
Bye.
You're very welcome to the school.